guys, welcome back to Khaleelah's World. Khaleelah's World. So I'm actually coming to you guys with something a little more serious today. Bear with me, okay? On April 19th, 2016, a very close friend of mine named DeMarco Jackson passed away due to, I'm gonna get this exactly right because I don't want to mess it up, due to aplastic anemia and 2 types of cancers that attacked his bone marrow. We met, oh, I do not want to cry. We met actually from me volunteering inside of the hospital and actually working and volunteering in the pediatric oncology and hematology unit, and he was getting treatment there. And I met him, and I also met his girlfriend, Jayla, who is still one of my close friends to this day. He passed away on April 19, 2016 at the age of only 19 years old. It was extremely hard for me. He was the very first friend that I ever had that ever passed away. But he lived a phenomenal life, and I know that if he would have lived even longer, he would have lived an incredible life and done so many great things. I will actually link his graduation speech right up here above. We used to always argue about who had the best graduation speech. We graduated from the same exact high school, and I'm not even gonna lie, his was better than mine. But still, we always argued about it because we both had the honor of doing it. But he was someone that was passionate, that was phenomenal, and that had a heart of gold, especially towards me and those that he loved and cared about. So I'm coming to you guys with this video to talk about a foundation named Be The Match, who actually helped him to get a bone marrow transplant. Be The Match is an organization that works really hard to try and get donors for bone marrow transplant to help out and donate their bone marrow to people that suffer from anemia and different type of cancers that are causing their bodies to basically break down. And actually I wanted to do my research, so I, wanted to make sure I was bringing you the exact right thing. So I'm going to read you exactly what it is. So it's a national bone marrow registry. It's an organization that's an actual registry. It works to find like life-saving matches for people with blood and bone cancers and anemias. So what DeMarco has to do with that is DeMarco actually was given the opportunity and was blessed enough to absolutely find a match of someone that was in like Brazil or something, some random country out there, and he matched with this person. And the thing about DeMarco is also that he was mixed race. His mom was Hispanic and his dad was black, and it's really hard to find matches for people that are mixed race. He was actually blessed enough to find somebody. This donor donated their bone marrow, and the bone marrow was flown here to Richmond, where he received a bone marrow transplant. Unfortunately, the bone marrow transplant did not fully work in his case, and he still lost his life, but it gave him a second chance at life. And for many people, it does actually help them to have a long-lasting life, and it does actually work. There's actually a little girl that he was actually friends with and that he was in the unit with, and she also received a bone marrow transplant around that same time, and hers actually took, and now she's living a beautiful life, and she got a second chance at life. But that bone marrow transplant really, it elongated his life longer than what he could have had without it. And he could have lived even longer if the bone marrow had actually taken, if the bone marrow transplant had actually taken. But, when you sign up for the registry, so the way that the registry actually works is like, you get a kit inside of the mail, or it may be actually on your campus. I know that at UVA, a Be The Match organization was actually founded there, and so we would have like different drives and stuff like that there. But what it actually does is that if you do it just online, you can go to bethematch.org, and you can sign up to register. And what ends up happening is that they will send you a kit in the mail, and you will just swab the inside of your cheeks, and all that's doing is collecting, I guess you could say, DNA, to sit there and be able to match up who you are possibly a match with. Match up your DNA sequences and things like that to figure out who you are a match with. But the thing is, you'll get these swabs and you'll swab yourself up, send them back to them, and these will just sit in there. They'll run this, like get your, your genetic code and things like that, like the different things that could possibly match up to sit there and make sure that you are a match for somebody. But many of times, you're not a match for anybody. So you just sit inside of this registry, and then if you do end up being a match for somebody out there that does need a bone marrow transplant, they will contact you and say, hey, there's a possibility that you are a good match for this person out there that needs a bone marrow transplant, that needs this immediately. And if you want to, you can take the next steps to actually possibly donate your bone marrow. When I was a senior resident at UVA, I was in charge of 3 different dorms, and I was a supervisor for 16 RAs underneath me. And during that time, I actually had a RA who actually got selected to donate her bone marrow to a person that was in desperate need of a bone marrow transplant. From what she had told me, it was not painful. And honestly, she felt so rewarded afterwards because she knew that she helped to possibly give a person a second chance at life. So really what they do is that it's kind of like giving blood. It's like you literally are hooked up and they're like taking your blood for a little while. It's like a machine, like connect it and they take out your blood. What they're actually doing is that they're taking the stem cells from your blood and just keeping the stem cells and then putting your blood back into your body. So you're never actually losing any blood. They're just taking the stem cells, which is all that they need for the bone marrow transplant. So that's one way that they can do it. Another way is something that typically doesn't happen that often, which it could be surgical and things like that. That typically does not happen. Most of the time they can just get the bone marrow just from your blood, depending on circumstances. They may have to do it in other measures, but that's a conversation that you do not have to do if you do not want to. It's conversations you can have with the person like, I'm not really into that. I'm cool with the donating blood thingy, but I'm not cool with that. That's up to you. So I got on the registry in 2016, and to this day, I still have not been selected to donate my bone marrow. Lawrence is also on the registry. I tried to, get all of my family on the registry and things like that. He actually was pinged to possibly be a match for somebody, but then he ultimately was not a match, or not a complete match for the person. So that happens too. Again, there's a big chance that you won't even have to donate your bone marrow. But it's best to be on the registry just in case, because there are so many people out there that are dying from blood cancers and things like that and anemias that they need these transplants to save their life. And if all that you have to do is sit inside of that chair and get your blood taken, basically, why not do that to help save somebody else's life? Because if it was your family member, you would definitely want somebody to do it for you. A big thing too, mixed race people and minorities have such a hard time finding matches because not that many minorities are registering for the registry, and people of mixed race is a lower population, so it's harder to find. So please, if you are mixed race, if you are a minority, white, black, Indian, I don't care what you are, you have the opportunity to do this. I will be linking it down below. I'll be linking it up top. You can find it on anything, basically. Seriously, just bethematch.org. I wanted to do this video because, again, it's been 3 years since DeMarco passed away, which is crazy. It really is crazy to me. Ooh. DeMarco was a really good friend and a really good person to me. There's not a day that goes by that I do not wish that he was still here and that he had another opportunity at life. But he didn't, and that's okay, because what he was able to accomplish in his 19 years of life, many people aren't able to accomplish in 50 years of life. The impact that he had on so many people is something that's so beautiful, so freaking beautiful, man. And so if what I can do to give back and keep his name out there and make sure that another group of people do not have to carry the same amount of pain that we carry with us every single day, I will do it. And you should want to do it too. It is quick, it is easy, there is a chance that you'll never be selected, but if you are, you will have a chance at saving someone's life. All you have to do is go again to join bethematch.org and sign up right through there. Read all the stories. If you don't believe me, if you are still hesitant, go on the website and read the stories of the people that have received bone marrow transplants and how they were able to receive a second chance at life. I thank you guys for watching this. I thank you for continuing through this. Again, I apologize if I didn't explain this in the best of ways. I really do. And if I didn't, please just go to the website and look at it some more. But I thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please make sure that you like, comment, and especially subscribe. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.